で、sorry, I forgot the beginning.
Because of the technology of devotional service, which is being very carefully designed by Srila Prabhupada in the disciplic succession by the acharyas, we have opportunity for us to practice the type of devotion which is being experienced on most intimate levels of Krishna's Leela or pastimes.
で、クリシュナリーラにおける最も親密なパスタイムの理解というのを献身奉仕によって授けられるわけですけど、それはプラブパーダの非常に注意深いこの訓練の方法というのをプラブパーダが私たちのために設定してくださり、授けてくださったおかげによるものであります。
So we are sadhakas. We all
私たちは修練者です。
This is our post. We're thinking about post. People want to be in a position, to be in some kind of position to control something. For example, even in the temples, we have tendency to think, I want to be posted somewhere, to feel important, for example.
で、人はもう、テンプルの中でさえも、自分は、何らかのポストにつきたいと、そう思うわけです。
Actually, it's interesting to think that at the point when you get initiated, when you receive your spiritual name, receive your Harinam initiation, and then Brahmanical initiation, there is actually a post. You're being posted at that point of becoming a person who is expected to become some kind of leader.
で、入門や、1回目の入門や2回目の入門によって、何らかのリーダーになるという、ポストにつくという、
そういうものを得ます。
そして、訓練を始める。
You become a sadhaka by practicing for your own personal development and by practicing also to give display for others to see how a person is developing in spiritual life.
どのようにスピリチュアルライフを発展させていってるのかということを、それぞれのその訓練を通して、他の人たちにも示すことができます。
Also, the very important word in translation, the word anubhav.
で、アヌバーブという言葉もまたここで使われていますけど、その重要な言葉であります。
Anubhav is a word which in translation means a perception of happiness, for example. In this case, Srila Prabhupada is connecting the Anubhav, translating it as a perception of happiness.
で、そのアヌバーバーっていうのは、この場合は、プラブパーダは、幸福、というものに関連して使っています。その幸福を示す言葉として使っています。
And actually, practicing devotional service is a step-to-step cultivation of perception of Krishna.
で、訓練っていうのは、クリシュナのクリシュナの知覚を、一歩一歩育てていくというものであります。
And Srila Prabhupada clearly describes how to practice by desiring the mercy of the Vaishnavas, by hoping to become revealed. We are hoping that the deities or the mercy of the devotees help us to become revealed, to understand who Krishna is.
で、クリシュナがとは何なのかというのを、 DT や、その献身奉仕、によって、クリシュナが示してくださると。そういう献身奉仕をプラパダがデザインしてくださったわけです。
We hoping to receive the gift of manifestation of devotion in our hearts.
で、私たちの心の中に、我々のそのディボーションの結果として、なんだっけ、クリシュナがこう授けてくださる。
The covered core of one's heart, we have our core of our heart is still covered.
で、私たちの心を覆っているもの、まだ私たちは心が覆われている状態であります。
For example, even as a devotees, we have tendency to think, I want to exalt myself above others. I want to exalt myself. Exalt means to think I am better, I am more important than you.
で、私は他の誰かよりも重要だと、そう感じている。
So the heart is still covered by that desire
そういうの欲望によってまだ心が覆われています。
for distinction. I am different from you. I am better from you.
で、あなたと私は別だと。あなたより私の方が優れていると。そういう分離が、その欲望によって心が覆われていることによって、そういう分離した見方になっています。
And we sometimes have because of the presence of ahankara, false ego. They are manifested groups, competitive groups of devotees who cannot relate together.
その、お互いにこうよりよくつながることができない、人たちは、その、その対立してしまうと。
But we should all understand that being sadhakas, just like in marriage, when they are always some domestic turbulence, there's always arguments and fights and manifestation of differences. But still there's the responsibility that we are parents to our children, for example. So we have to get over ourselves and think about that we have duties, that we have a higher mission or a higher purpose.
で、私たちはより高い私たちのその使命、目的のために、たとえ、うまく強調し合うことができなかったとしても、その目的に焦点を当てて、どうにかこうにか、協力し合って、献身奉仕を続けていかなければなりません。それはちょうど、その、信仰っていうか、その、夫婦関係みたいなもので、どんな夫婦でもいろんな何らかの問題を抱えてたりするわけですけど、それでも、子供に対する責任というものをお互い果たし合っていくものであります。
Sometimes we say, in America, we have this saying, keep your eyes on the ball. You know, when you play football, don't think about other things. Keep your eyes on the ball. You know, keep your senses concentrated on performing your service.
奉仕に、意識を、焦点を当てて、集中すると。それはちょうど、フットボールでは、ボールにみんなが、 ボールを追っかけるようにね、なります。
Krishna is right in front of us in so many different ways. Mainly, he's in front of us through available, ready to be embraced through the purification which we find in association with the devotees.
で、デボティとのアソシエーションを通じて私たちのその、献身というのが、ハートの中に、現れてくるわけです。
Yeah, Krishna is available for us at the feet of the association.
フィードオブアソシエーション。
Feet, at the feet, like, it's a saying, like, Krishna is available through the association, the challenges in association. When we have differences, we experiencing differences in association with the other devotees. That's where Krishna is showing us, this is a place where you should purify yourself.
で、私たちは、私たちを浄化しなければならないと。そういう浄化の場であります。
For example, Srila Prabhupada, many times he said, if you feel that you have some kind of feeling, a negative feeling with the devotees, some devotee, you should immediately resolve it. You should immediately try to talk and come to understanding with that particular devotee.
で、デボティと何か問題があったら、すぐにそのデボティのところに行って話し合って問題を解決するべきです。
Because time is very short and we have opportunity from day to day to practice devotion. And it depends on what kind of intention we have, what kind of enthusiasm we have, how eager we are to perform our seva, service to Krishna. It depends, we have, the seva is available, but really we have to ask ourselves how enthusiastic, how eager we are to perform our seva.
で、セーバーに対するその熱心さ、それがなければなりません。
Because if there are any attachments, any kind of clouds over our heart, then the experience of the happiness in devotional service becomes covered by that.
By that? By what?
By the cloud. If they are clouds, if they are negative things which are manifest in association with the devotees, then my experience of devotional service is limited by that.
デボティとのアソシエーションに現れてくるその、心の多い、によってなんだっけ。
So, for example, the deities in a temple, we go through a lot of struggles to cover the services and sevas, and devotees are working it's not easy to arrange for services, and devotees have responsibilities outside also, and so we're all trying. There's one really inspirational idea. The deities in the temples are there so the devotees get the opportunity again to have their association, to feel that they come together and serve together and experiencing devotion together.
例えば、DT、心臓崇拝をする。 ことによって、みんなでその、成敗を分かち合って、行くことになるわけです。
So we hope to achieve the platform when devotees are eager to come to the temple, to have the association of the other devotees who are there, and feel anubhav, happiness in serving the deities, happiness in associating with the devotees.
で、ディボーティーとのその、交際の喜びというものを、体験したくて、お寺に来るわけです。
In a purport, Srila Prabhupada said directly that the form of Krishna is manifested as the happiness, the feeling of anubhav, the perception of happiness is being manifest. That's the form of Krishna, internal form of Krishna.
で、プロパ
That
のそのアル
perception of
バーバという、
happiness.
アルバーバという言葉によって、ディボティが体験するその、献身奉仕のその喜び、幸せ、そういうものを分かち合うと。そういう形で、クリシュナは姿を表すわけです。それに人が惹かれて、他の人はもう惹かれるわけです。
So, to be a sadhaka, to accept that post of practicing devotee, which is a post, very exalted post, in fact. In Kali Yuga, how many people practice devotion in Tokyo? Just a very few out of millions of people.
で、カリユガで、しかもその東京で、献身奉仕を行っている人っていうのは本当に一握りの人でしかいないわけです。
So, for example, if you would be a doctor who carry a, you have a pure medicine for hepatitis C, or you have a pure medicine for AIDS, which clearly, it's a serum which 100% kills those viruses. If you wouldn't give the information to others, you would be a cheater. You would be it would be almost criminal to not do that.
で、その、何ですか？
No, if you would have some kind of
薬を持ってると、
serum.
がんかなんかの治る薬を持ってると。で、持ってんのに人にあげないっていうのはもう、罪なことであります。
If you would have definite cure for cancer, for example, and if you wouldn't give, if you would keep it hidden, secret, you would become a criminal.
で、その、がんが治る、その、抗がん剤とか、がんを治す、その薬を持ってるのに、それを隠しておくっていうのは罪なことであります。
So we are carrying the secret. And now the technology of devotion is so advanced that anyone can actually practice the highest form of devotion.
でも今日ではその献身奉仕の、その、テクノロジーっていうのは非常に進化しているので、誰でも非常にそのディボーションの、究極のディボーションを達成することができます。
So we should really desire and seek to receive the mercy of devotees.
で、ディボティの慈悲を得たいと、真に望まなければなりません。
We should get more association of the devotees because the purification is much faster.
で、浄化がの速度が速いので、もっと献身者と付き合いたいと望まなければなりません。
The natural influence of Kali Yuga is impersonalism.
で、カリユガの影響っていうのは、非人格的な影響っていうのは、当たり前のことであります。
Promotion of materialism, actually.
で、物質主義ということであります。
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he writes one of his purports by Brahma Samhita that the materialistic impersonal philosophies are often used by politicians or by groups of cheating leaders who use them to promote materialism.
で、まあ、物質主義というのが、まあ、こう、いろんな方法を通じて、使って、変満していっているわけです。
And what is materialism? Materialism means when one starts to looking for independent ways of practicing his spiritual practice. That's how we become affected by the material world. We think that I can have something independent.
で、物質主義ってどういう意味でしょうか。物質主義っていうのは、まあ、独立的な我流の考えで、何か献身奉仕でも、精神生活でも、まあ、でっち上げるということであります。
So many misleading, cheating, compromising ways of practicing spiritual life where there, Srila Prabhupada used to say, they want to have the kingdom of God, but without Krishna in it.
でその、まあ、神への国というものに達する道を、まあ、クリシュナなしに、達成しようという、まあ、試みであります。
So that's why dasu dasu dasanu dasu dasanu das at the feet of a Vaishnava, of a Vaishnava, of a Vaishnava, of a Vaishnava. How can I surrender my false ego at the feet of a Vaishnava?
で、まあ、偽の英語を持って、どうやってバイシナバの霊言の見足に、ひれ伏すことができるんでしょうか。
And Kali Yuga and modern world, Srila Prabhupada's transcendental book distribution, for example, it's a perfect gym. You know, gym, when you go to lifting weights against the material energy, you're lifting weights to get strong in muscles. How to get a spiritual muscles? Prabhupada says the best practice, it's available, book distribution. Go on a street.
で、本配りっていうのが、まあ、スピリチュアルなその、まあ、ジムみたいなもので、まあ、筋力を鍛えるいい方法で、まあ、ベストな方法であると、プラパでおっしゃってます。
There you can get the direct feedback of material energy, right in your face.
で、そうすると、まあ、物質主義のそのエネルギーに直面します。
Nitai Prabhu came a couple of days back and he says, oh, I went to the station. It was so hard. It was very hard. Like it was difficult. And sometimes it is difficult, but it is also ecstatic because we get purified by that difficulty. Krishna gives us difficulty. Take that difficulty. Lift your weights, lift your arms, become stronger, right?
で、ニタイパブが数日前、まあ、まあ、本配りにどっかの駅に出かけていって、まあ、非常にきつかったと、そういうふうに、おっしゃっていました。まあ、でもそれによって、それでもそれは非常に、そういったことを、まあ、やりきることで、その、まあ、ジムで、筋肉を、まあ、鍛えるようなものであって、非常に、こう、充実感というものがそこに伴うわけです。
And today, when I was sitting about to give the class, he came behind my back and he like, Hare Krishna Prabhu, I look it back and I see Jedi all blissful, happy.
で、ニタイパブっていうのはいつも、まあ、喜びに溢れています。
Next day, become very happy by performing service, by practicing book distribution, by going out.
で、本校に出かけていって、まあ、そういう苦行をすることによって、まあ、幸せになります。
this perception, this anubhav, this happiness, perception of happiness, feeling of happiness, fulfillment and satisfaction is available every single day. The fruits are in front of us. If they're available, we just have to be eager to serve, eager, happy to perform service.
で、私たちは、献身奉仕をすることに、すごく、貪欲でなければなりません。
And especially the book distribution is very blissful because there is so much adventure there. There's so many types of people we meet.
で、特に、献身、本配りというのは、冒険に満ちています。
And the more we try to come out with just the serving mood, without trying to control, just going out there to become purified, for self-purification, it becomes almost mystical. What kind of interesting people Krishna brings to us.
で、クリシュナは、どんな人を私たちの前に送ってくれるのかという、非常に興味深い人は、に直面することができます。
It feels so good when you meet a young person who is a student of some technology or something, and you give him a book. It feels very, you feel like you did something really important. You did something which is really, really, really maybe saving his life, saving his existence.
で、例えばそういう学生とか、なんかエンジニアの学校に通っているその学生とかに会って、会うと。そういったことが、そういう場で私たちは何もコントロールしようというのではなくて、サービスを使えるというそういうムードで、
And then go from one person to another. You know, you can collect so many of these impressions where you feel happy that you give something like that, like transcendental literature, you give to another jiva, another living entity, and you feel like that jiva get opportunity also to completely transform his life.
で、ジーバーが、の人生が変わるという、そういう機会を提供します。
That builds up in us, in our heart. That makes us confident. That makes us, it creates a real, genuine, true utsaha, enthusiasm, creates enthusiasm.
で、私たちの熱意に火をつけてくれます。
It transcends the differences, the pitiful differences we have between us. Transcends the material individual things.
で、熱的な、個人主義を超越させてくれます。
And become stronger in sadhana. It becomes sadhakas, representatives of practice of devotion, sadhaka.
で、そこで模範的なサダカとなることができます。
Then we can hope that we are keeping the path when we can receive mercy of Krishna. We can receive the mercy of the Vaishnavas.
で、クリシュナの慈悲を授かる、バイシュナマの慈悲を授かることができます。
And I sometimes hear, you can do bhakti. You can never do bhakti. Bhakti, devotion, is the mercy of devotion. The manifestation of devotion is being received, manifested, mercifully manifested. It's given to us by mercy of the devotional environment, by mercy of Krishna, by mercy of Guru. We can only hope to receive the Bhakti Lata Bij, to the manifestation, become recipient, that the devotion manifests in our heart. Not that we can do it just because we decide to do bhakti. That kind of decision making is not really good for actual manifestation of devotion.
実際、バクティっていうのは、バクティをするとかってよく言うわけですけど、バクティっていうのは決してすることではなくて、授けられるものであります。グルとクリシュナの慈悲によって授けられるものであります。
You know, Lava Matra, I was explaining to my yoga students that what we want to achieve. Sometimes we want to have the experience of the 11th of a second of true understanding of spiritual life. 11th of a second to have opportunity to chant and hear the holy name, for example. That is only what we need to become transported from this material world. Just that moment of true hearing.
11
Lava Matra. You know, Lava Matra, there's a famous verse where the 11th of a second of association, true association of the Vaishnavas. 11th of a second. 11th means 11 point. If you divide 1 second into 11 places. If you divide 1 second 11 times.
11 times, 11.
Yeah, 11th of a second, right? If you divide 1 second 11 times, that one of that portion of that time, only that little moment of experiencing pure devotion will transform you, will take you out of the material world.
で、11分の、なんか1秒でさえもその純粋な献身方針に触れたならば、人生を変えることができます。できる？
So, again, sincerity of chanting and dedication to our sadhana.
再びその、真摯な、サダナ、献身方針の態度、そして、訓練に、どれだけこう身を投じるのかということ。
And maybe we should looking for opportunity to have association of the devotees instead of hiding or avoiding it.
で、献身者との交際を避けるのではなくて、求めていくべきです。
These are very, very simple things, but you know, we get so easily we get diverted, we get confused, or we lose our focus. It's so
私た
easy
ち
to
は
do
簡
that.
単に、そのフォーカスを、焦点をボケてしまいがちであります。
We should cultivate that focus, that pure focus on surrendering to authority of the Shastra, to the authority of our Guru, to the authority of the devotional environment. Because that's the place where we give up our false ego, where we release the impurity.
で、純粋さを、なんだっけ。なんだっけ。
To surrender, we should practice surrender at the feet of Shastra, surrender to our to the information, to the philosophy.
じゃあ、経典の、哲学に、身を、従う、服従するべきです。
And surrender to sadhus, surrender to our devotees.
ディボティに、服従する。
And one's guru, spiritual master.
で、グル、精神の師に、服従する。
Then we can hope that the appearance of Krishna through the anubhav, the form of the impression of happiness, will become available to us.
で、そうすれば、アルバーバと呼ばれる、変身方式、から得られる、まあ、喜び、によって、まあ、幸せになれる。
We should be collectors of divine impressions.
で、
We collect divine impression.
で、神聖なその印象というものを見出していくべきです。
If I feel good about chanting, I should remember that. Keep hold on to that. I feel good at chanting. I feel happy when I chant.
で、チャンティングをして、幸せだったら、それを離さず掴んでおくべきであります。
When I see the beautifully dressed deities, I feel that at that moment I feel Krishna looks so beautiful, so enchanting. His eyes are like, they're so real.
で、まあ、美しく DT を着飾るドレスすることができたときに、クリシュナが非常に満足してくださっているという、そういうクリシュナのその眼差しを見ることができて、非常に、まあ、心が満たされるものであります。
I was just have some kind of exchange with Mother Ujjwala, some kind of realization we both shared. I was telling her that when I was cooking for Krishna, when I was offering the food, the offering, that I felt that the deities were so much transformed in front of me. I didn't do any kind of archana, no any deity worship. I was just in the kitchen, cooking, being mad, hurrying for the offering to be done on a time. Cutting vegetables and, making sure if there's enough salt and sugar, and if I do put enough spices, and if I let the spices being, simmed nicely on the butter, so they're not overcooked or undercooked. I was in the passion of madness in the kitchen. But when I came in front of the deities, I felt like the deities were so sweet, so embracing, so amazingly close to me. And that's an impression, very dear impression. And Ujjwala was saying, sometimes I cook and I feel that that's more important for me than go on an altar and offering the arti. We have. So these are kind of moments when, the very important moments when we can see that Krishna is real and the seva is real. And that it's available, the happiness is available there. Most beautiful things are available there. They're ready for us. It was a little long, I'm sorry, Madhu.
DT に直接、アルチャナをしてなかったとしても、クッキングして、いろいろ、野菜を切ったり、洗ったりなんだり、調理したり、塩入れたり、スパイス入れたりとか、そういう、ごった返して料理をして、バタバタして、時間に間に合うと、必死になって料理をすると。で、終わった後に、DT を見に行ったら、すごくその DT が美しく輝いて、いるように変容して見えると。そういう、直接、DT にそのアルチャナを捧げてなかったとしても、そうやって献身星に、没頭することによって、DT が非常に喜んでくださるということを、そういう姿を、私に示してくださると。
So we should feel grateful that we have each other as devotees.
で、ディボティと一緒にいられるということを非常に私たちを評価して感謝しなければなりません。
And if there are feelings of differences, it's natural because we are not pure. There's a presence of individuality.
でもちろん、一人一人、個性があるので、そこには違いというものがあるのは当然のことであります。
That's why we have the kirtan. That's why we have, when we sit together and hear a class, where we can throw away those pitiful little things of difference. And we can just try to receive the nectar and try to looking for the nectar. Not looking for the garbage, but looking for the nectar. We are supposed to be the madhukari, looking for only honey, sweetness, collecting honey.
ではまあ、そのゴミを見るんではなくて、まあ、歯に甘い方を、マドカリ、反対になるべきで、あります。
So it's a process.
それは過程
Ongoing
であります。
process.
ていくわけです。
Thank you very much. I would like to stop here. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to have the association of the Srimad Bhagavatam.
で、ご清聴ありがとうございます。バーバタム
If there are
と触
any
れる機会を提供して
realizations,
くださってありが
comments,
とうございました。コメントとか質問とかありましたらどうぞ。
Okay, so thank you very much, Maruji, for translation. ありがとうございます。
内容なので、これに終わりにしたいと思います。Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.